I had the most amazing revelation, like enlightenment. And this is something that I've already been cognitively aware of. It's a mindset thing with me. But at the same time, what happened last night, it solidified something that I believe to be, it's just something that I'm all about. As I was back and forth in the kitchen in my office, of course, whether I want to or not, I can hear everything. I hear things that, I mean, and this is, by the way, I want to back up and say, when I was raising Christian, this is my second rodeo with these teenagers and the house full of kids, and I love it. I relish it. I revel in it. It's all I ever wanted, is to be that house where the kids can land and they can be safe and happy. And I went through that with Christian, raising Christian. My house was it's where all the kids were, and having a house full of boys all the time. Oh my God, I heard things that no mother should ever have to hear. And that being said, I have a very close relationship with Christian, thankfully. And still, even at 27 years old, I have heard things in these ears that I can never unhear, which is both a blessing and a curse, because he tells me everything. He tells me things that I don't want to know, and I'm so thankful for that, and I'm so traumatized by that. But the girls, I'm listening to the girls, and every single time that I left my room to go back and forth between the places I was all around, I would hear them talking. And I heard this sentence. I heard these two words at least a dozen times last night, and to the point where it reduced me to beautiful tears. My mom, my mom, my mom, my mom this, my mom that. Meaning that these girls are upstairs, they're living their life, they're doing their thing, they're having their conversations. And just about every conversation they're having, you hear them say, all the girls at different points, I could hear the different voices, my daughter included. And mind you, it was nothing bad. It was just things that, my mom says this, and my mom says that, and my mom told me this. And like literally, I processed this enough all day yesterday in such a beautiful and sound way that I'm past the tears and the drama part of it, because I was really emotional about this last night. But so I'm not at that point anymore, but it was so touching and so eye-opening. It's like this whole mountain. It's like I got hit with this beautiful lightning bolt about just the power that I wield in my hand as a mother, as a parent, as someone who is blessed to have children in my presence. Oh my God, I am gonna cry. No, I'm not. Holy shit. Like, honestly, these kids, whether we like it or not, these kids, I've addressed this before in another video a couple of months ago. These kids, we matter to them. Whether or not, especially with teenagers, I think sometimes with teenagers, some parents may assume, and sometimes it almost feels as though we're irrelevant to them, that we're just the parents, and we don't get things, and they don't get us either. And there's like this separation. There's this like wall between parent and teenager, but it's all in our mind, because at the end of the day, what I can tell you after, like, it was at least, I started to count. I lost count at 12. It's a beautiful, and it's a scary power. These children of ours, our teenagers especially, they are listening, they are inhaling, they are absorbing, they are watching everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we don't say and that we don't do. It's all in there. It's scary. And my daughter, she has now developed this propensity. She's got a wonderful gift of, she's got a knack for it now. She is flocking together with birds of a very, very specific feather. And what I will tell you too is I've noticed the girls that she has, like, you know, there's another girl that's in her life, her other best friend, Lexi. She wasn't here last night because this was a kind of get to meet her kids at her new high school thing. So Lexi wasn't here for that, but I'm sure she will be a part of this down the road, that group of girls that my daughter's formed. These girls all seem to have, they're all very strong young women with good hearts, good souls. You can just, you know, being in the car from Frisco to Parker, and we went shopping, we went grocery shopping together, and you just hear them and you listen to the things that they're saying. You can get a lot of information by just listening to them. And it's a beautiful thing. I guess it could be a scary thing as well, because, you know, when you're sitting there driving the car with 5 girls in it, it's like, I think at some point they go on autopilot and they forget you're sitting there listening to everything they say, which I guess is also a good thing because you get to see and hear them in their truest form, no holds barred. And in my case, it's a blessing because I become privy to the fact that my daughter's going to be okay if she keeps down this road and surrounding herself with very strong young women with like mindsets. I mean, they're all a little bit different, of course. There's no 2 girls that are alike, but what I've noticed too, you know, after the moms started picking the girls up, you know, and I'm just now getting to know some of these moms as well this weekend, and it's just uncanny because there's a correlation. The girls that were here last night, and I'm just getting to know some of them and hearing what's coming out of their mouths, and, you know, my mom says this and my mom says that and blah, 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 and what have you. Then you meet the mothers and you're like, okay, I get it. Now I get it and I see it, and it's powerful. It's eye-opening. It makes you obviously aware of something that we should already be obviously aware of. And it's just powerful. Mother love. I mean, no offense to dads. I think that, of course, there's the importance of the role of father in a child's life, or a father figure. I mean, both roles are important, but the role of mother, I mean, I guess maybe it would have been different if there was boys up there. I honestly can't remember how the conversations went when I had all the boys here 15 years ago. But I mean, these girls of ours, moms, they echo our sentiments, they echo our passions, they echo our drive and our emotions. And it's, you know what they say, to whom much is given, much is expected. Well, maybe, I mean, obviously, I know that's true, but where our roles as mothers or influencing women in a young woman's life are concerned, it's just overwhelming. There's a lot. And, you know, now that I think of it, this is, you know, let me back this up. And this I will try to say, I just correlated this together. The role that we play as mothers to our daughters in their entire life from beginning to end, it is important. We have to be fiercely aware of that. And the lack of awareness of it, or mothers who aren't as present in their children's lives, that it's a devastating void that is left. You know, we all know what happened. You know what happened with my husband. You knew my husband got thrown away by his mother. And I do believe that being abandoned by his mother at such an early age, he was 18 months old, and keeping in mind too that when he was born and she threw him away, she wouldn't bond with him. It's a fact My husband had severe attachment issues, and the maternal abandonment piece with him, I mean, it clearly, I mean, the void that it left in him and the lack of having a mother figure all those years. In fact, now that I think of it, you know, Zach, one of the things that Zach would talk about when we would talk about his childhood wounds, and one of the things that he would say was that, you know, as he was growing up, when he was at his friends' homes, when he would go to sleepovers, when he would go to birthday parties, whenever he was in the presence of where there was one of his friends and their mothers somewhere in the atmosphere, or when his friends would talk about their mothers, he just, you know, it mystified him. He couldn't understand. He couldn't conceptualize what that would be like. And just, you know, the word mom to him, the word mother to him was such a foreign concept that he got lost in it. I mean, honestly, that's how powerful that word is. So mom, mother, mother love. This is the hand that rocks the cradle. It really, really does. I mean, fathers carry the torch and the mothers rock the cradle, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, I mean, it's no secret to any of you that in my journey as a mom, I sure have screwed some things up. I've made a mess of a bunch of different things. And, you know, at the end of the day, I do the best that I can, even now. I mean, there is no, we're humans. We are not perfect. And this thing, it's hard. Raising children is hard. And we all, excuse my language, we all fuck things up at one point or another. But here's the good news. Accounting to our kids and being honest with them, you know, that's one of the things that I'm grateful for with both of my kids. You know, every time I've screwed something up, and trust me, I've had some doozies. I tell them, I try and keep relevant with my kids, with both of my kids. I talk to them, and when I make a mistake, I tell them, I apologize, and I tell them the things I wish that I could have done better, and what I wish I would have done. And you know, at the end of the day, I have two kids that I'm so lucky. I have my kids, they talk to me, they feel safe with me. They're, you know, they bring their flocks home to my house, and here I am. Like it or not, I'm parked down at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do go, and there's a little bench down in that foyer where I showed you. There's a little bench down at the bottom of one of those stone walls, and it's where I can sit, and they can't see me. And I have to be honest with you. There have been times that I just go and I'll just sit there because I just want to hear. I just want to hear what they're saying. And so far, it's all good, and I'm so thankful for that. And yeah, so parents, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you've got kids at your house, got teenagers around you, just listen. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to what they're talking about. And that, you know, more so than that, what I started this with, how many times I heard those girls last night saying, my mom this and my mom that. It's beautifully alarming. Honestly. It's just knock your socks off. And once you can connect with that reality, you know, it'll either invigorate you, inspire you, maybe scare you half to death, because you're hit smack in the face with this reality that shit, they really are paying attention, whether we believe it or not. And it's a beautiful thing. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure, I'm glad that I got through this without literally sobbing, because I thought about it for a minute. But I'm gonna go burn some chicken now. And I love all of you. I hope everyone has a great night. And if you got some kids around, I can't say enough. I challenge you all to just patiently and sleuthily, is that a word? just kind of listen to what they say and see how many times you hear the M word or the D word, and you'll be surprised. And you'll probably be really damn proud of yourself too, even if you've screwed things up, because making mistakes is an opportunity for fixing things. And I think that is a blessing. So, okay, I'm going to go burn some chicken. Good night, everyone. Bye.